coming your way. Hey, hey, it's video of the day.
He looks like a snake, but he's got some good takes. Our video of the day comes from the Louisiana lizard man, James Carville. Just looking at him makes me want to reach for some moisturizer. Oh, we're gonna give him some more. Fired up after warming his belly on a hot rock, the Cajun chameleon went after Joe Biden for totally blowing the election. Check it out.
If he would have, in September of 2023, or August, said that he wasn't going to run, damn, we would have won this election. And it wouldn't have been that close because we'd have had so many freaking talented people that were running. All of this is self-inflicted. It's tragic. It's sad. What's so sad, it didn't have to be this way. He brought it all on himself. At the bottom of this, Joe Biden is and will continue to be the most tragic figure in modern American politics. I actually feel for Biden, and he knows that he it's a shame.
Are we sure he knows he up? I think that's it. And speaking of presidential call-outs, Trump recently gave one to yours truly. Check it out.
I have so many friends sitting right here. Oh, there's one that he was calling me early on. He was saying, why are you going through this process? You know he's going to win. He's big, he's strong. I will never fight you. I'm going to tell you that. But right from the beginning, right? Right from the beginning. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Great guy. Thank you, Tyrus. Thank you, Tyrus. Good man.
Which raises an important question. Mr. President, do I still have to pay taxes this year? Asking for a friend. Dagan, you, as a leader of the Southern way, does Carville need to chill out?
He needs to go away.
Ah.
Why are millions of Southerners who supported President Trump, voted for President Trump, called rubes and deplorables and garbage, and the Democrats hold out this peach pit, this dehydrated alligator, like he's some sort of wise Southern soothsayer. No, he's not. Here's what he had to say about Kamala Harris. We're gonna win, baby. He wrote this in the New York Times. Kamala Harris is gonna win. 3 reasons I'm certain. Suck it, you. They only watch him because he might be sitting on the commode.
Don't sit on there too long or you'll get hemorrhoids. I'm just trying to help.
I don't have anything left to tear up. Hotep, why are they so fixated on trying to blame somebody for complete? They were one of the Democratic Party's entire thought process was up. Why are they trying to blame one? They're trying to find one scapegoat instead of looking in the mirror.
These people live in a bubble of ignorance. They've been lied to. I mean, just the pure fact that people thought Kamala had a chance to win lets you know how delusional these people were and how much lies were told to them. I mean, we went through a whole entire pandemic. We were locked down. McDonald's was open. The gym was closed. We had to wear a mask. You couldn't get on the plane. And the Biden years was worse than that. So, who? So you knew the American people weren't going to go, oh, we got to go with Biden as the president or Kamala as the president. You've got to see the contrast between then and now. So everybody knew you're going to pick Trump. During the Trump years, I would make about $1,000 per podcast episode. During the Biden years, it was $100. Biden could kiss my black ass.
One, I want to know what small person they forced to film Carville at that angle. I mean, I don't know who told him that made him look less lizardy. I don't know. But like, besides that, though, the messaging, he has wisdom. He knows better than this. I mean, he's been in the game. Why is he not just telling? He used to be a tell like it is guy.
He's like the guy who lost. He's been in the game too long. That's the problem. So what happens is they buy all in to their own lies to the point where they're locked into them. So this is the most energetic, this is the best version of Biden. And then a week later, he had a bad night. Then a week later, he's putting country before himself. And then finally, it's like, you know what? Him. He should have quit a year ago. Because you can only play that and roll that out so much. So they box themselves into this corner, and then the next thing you know, you're in a nursing home with the chamomile tea camera looking up at you. And you just start yelling at the sky at everything but, hey, maybe we just need to change course, But that's never an option because, again, it's buy into everything. It's religion. It's not politics at this point.
I'm just going to do it. Kat, why do you think he's physically so uncomfortable?
You never, I mean, it could be. It could be.
It could be.
It could be. He could need a sitz bath. But
Thank you.
if I do not get an email from Preparation H after this, then I just really can never be an influencer. But no, okay. So you want to understand? He's been doing this. He's been making these angry videos. He's been they're ending up on this channel. So can we get like a screen grab, any screen grab of the video, up there, please, so I can point out something. This is the worst lighting I've ever seen. I've never, where is he filming this exactly?
On his way to heaven.
He looks
apparently.
it looks like there's some sort of a spot, it looks like Jesus has returned. But then also he still has his brightness turned all the way up on his laptop, reflecting into his glasses. Which I feel like you don't need if you have that many lights on in the house. So I'd say one day, maybe when you're a little more calm, I know he's angry, get someone to troubleshoot that with you.
I mean, he definitely needs to change. His LSU jacket is so old, it's brown.
I've never seen worse lighting.
That is literally the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
It is literally that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.